Hey everybody, welcome back to the Aether Hub. I'm Carolyn Page, here bringing you the lore of Magic the Gathering. Today's video is a bit of a speculation, a bit of a spooky, spectral guessing, if you would, looking at a new/old Planeswalker returning in the near future on Ravnica. Before we get this topic rolling, let me just again thank the channel's latest supporters on Patreon. You in the Vorthos army are the reason why the Aether Hub is the greatest, mightiest Vorthos channel in all of YouTube. This includes our latest supporters. Thank you guys all so much. We really appreciate it. We cannot do these videos and this podcast without you. Today we'll be going deep into some Ravnica speculation, not so much on the guilds themselves, but the set to follow as a new character will seemingly be introduced. She isn't actually new. She's already been in the lore, and she even has a card, but this will be the first time a lot of mainstay players will see this Planeswalker. Get ready, y'all, because Kaya, the ghost assassin, will be making her way to Ravnica. Sweet! So many ghosts need assassinating. So, getting into the meat and potatoes of things. How do we know Kaya will be showing up on Ravnica in any of these three solo sets on the plane? Easy enough. The cover to a novel being written for the total lore of the Ravnica storyline has been released, and Kaya is clearly seen among other known and unknown Planeswalkers. Come on, try to deny that she has purple daggers and everything, and I bet there's still people saying, well, maybe I doubt it's actually her. Anyways, deniers and haters aside, this is the first actual novel written for MTG in a pretty long time, so expectations are very high. My expectations are certainly high, especially since they canceled all of them because sales numbers were low. I'm very excited. I'll be getting this novel. I've enjoyed the other ones, but the writing could have been better in some. I'm just hoping to return to an amazing story. Just get that sweet, sweet lore. That's what I'm here for. But this video isn't on the novels, it's on Kaya. Who is she and where do we know her from? Like I've said, we've seen her in card form from the Conspiracy 2 set. I love these stories. The lore on this is super cool. It's one of my favorite story arcs that I've released on the Magic the Gathering story narrated by Carolyn Page podcast, which you can also check out. That's what's leading me to think a lot of players may not even know Kaya is this is older lore from an older set. As her card suggests, Kaya is a ghost assassin. Yep, that's right. She can kill ghosts and spirits. Sweet. As a Planeswalker, Kaya has the ability to make her physical form partially incorporeal, allowing her to walk through walls and even interact with those aforementioned spirits. Kind of like Shadowcat from the X-Men, if you're familiar with that. A handy ability when trying to kill spirits. Become corporeal, stab a spirit, then they're dead. Again. She's kind of a weird character in that she's an assassin who's paid to kill only spirits, but she does so for a reason, a purpose. She believes life is for the living. Ending spirits who do not belong in the realm of life, people should live their lives to the fullest, not with the promise of going on forever. She will end those who linger in this world, and some just happen to pay for that privilege. Some ghosts are just thorns in people's side. As mentioned, her character first popped up in the Conspiracy 2, meaning all the lore we have on her takes place on the plane of Fiora. Here, Kaya was under contract to kill the spirit of a nobleman's mother which haunted his home. In attacking the ghost, Kaya found that the man actually killed his mother. This did not sit well with Kaya, and she led the man to his demise at the ghostly hands of his slain mother. After that, she went on to a much bigger contract, the assassination of the Ghost King, Brago, ruler of the great city of Paliano. Brago could go unchallenged for all time as his spirit lingered in the world of the living. He could not be slayed, and age did not ensure an end to his reign. Fearing no reprisal, his command grew more strict and tyrannical, and yet none could depose him. All but Kaya. Still, there would be money on his head, and this money came from the upstart noblewoman Marchesa. The Black Rose wanted her throne unoccupied and paid Kaya handsomely for the chance to rule. Kaya phased through the dining hall of the Ghost King and plunged her purple daggers deep into the translucent form of Brago. His ghostly form dissipated, and he was dead for the final time. Kaya dueled with one of his guard, but their weapons found no target, swinging uselessly through her. She would leave Fiora satisfied with her bounty and the knowledge that a tyrant ghost king could no longer rule the living. Pretty cool, interesting story, but how will she get involved with what's going on in Ravnica? Does she have some deal with Bolas? He's been known to reach out to planeswalkers and use them before. Looking at you, Liliana. Looking at you, Vraska. Is she basically just a hired assassin? Well, maybe, but clearly from the cover she's standing against Bolas. She's next to the Gatewatch, so what's my speculation? Others may have a similar theory, but here's what I think. We here at the Aether Hub do actually think Bolas will initially hire Kaya. There are some pretty famous ghosts on Ravnica who could get in Bolas's way of controlling and manipulating the guilds. Namely, the most haunted guild there is, the OrzhovSyndicate. They're literally ruled by ghosts. They're known as the Obzedat, the Ghost Council of the Syndicate. They're the original parents of the guild and have stayed on long after their deaths to ensure its operations run smoothly. What operation is that? Classic Orzhov, extortion, enslaving souls. And all while passing as a church. Tisk, tisk, Orzhov. Bolas would probably have a hard time convincing a bunch of ghosts who are almost as greedy as he is to work with him in taking all of Ravnica. So rather than having to deal with those haunted old-timers, why not just hire someone to get them out of the way? Enter Kaya. She won't ask many questions. She takes the money and kills basically any ghost. Afterwards, the power vacuum could see a human, maybe the daughter of one of those ghosts, Teysa Karlov, which would be a lot easier to manipulate and take the mantle of guild leader. Perhaps from there on, Kaya sticks around and realizes the mistake she made. Nicol Bolas is pretty obviously a bad guy after all, and maybe she just joins the Gatewatch, a new member to kill off Bolas once and for all. All because she took a bad deal. Took that contract. Alright, that's going to do it for this video, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our study on Kaya, the ghost assassin, who's likely to show up sometime, somehow, on Ravnica. I'm personally a big fan, also, because she killed Brago. And Brago is my #1 arch nemesis commander. One of the members of my playgroup, that's his, signature favorite commander, and I play against it all the time, and I always hate it, because it's so nasty. He's got some real nasty token mechanics in there, and that's just, dang it, Brago! Such an old man. Such an old ghost. Alright, let us know your own personal thoughts on our theory on Kaya in the comment section below. Thank you so much to our supporters again in the Vorthos army. A huge thank you goes out to some of our newest members, Dennis Storm, Frank Cabello, and Nicholas Kroll. Thank you so much for your support. Remember, you can get all the exclusive benefits of being a member of the Vorthos army, like advanced recordings, the chance to vote on potential video topics, along with other great gifts. So sweet, so nice. Alright, and you can always support the channel by liking and sharing it across your own multiverse. Any love on Reddit goes a long way. Any sharing you can do, get your playgroup involved. You can all listen and then discuss like a book club. You can find this audio version of this video and lots of other videos on our podcast, Aether Hub podcast. Pretty simple. All right, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much. I'm Carolyn Page for the Aether Hub. Happy planeswalking. Thanks so much for watching our latest video here on the Aether Hub. Our channel only exists thanks to fans like you and those who've joined the Vorthos army over in Patreon. Many thanks to our latest supporters, David Coulterman, Peter Jadalrab, Anton Thorne, Daniel Vincent, and Marcirio Pajeo. Welcome to the Vorthos army! The same goes for all of the lore legends that you see in the credits, the supporters who make this channel possible. As always, thanks so much for watching today. I'm Carolyn Page, and you are the Vorthos Army.